Money may all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by...
Floyd Mayweather has finally broken his silence on the swirling allegations of bankruptcy and his rumored link to a $42 million scam. The boxing world was stunned by reports suggesting that the undefeated icon, known for showcasing a lifestyle filled with private jets, luxury cars, and stacks of cash, might be facing serious financial trouble. That in his first public response, Mayweather strongly denied the accusations, sharing a frustrated and emotional message aimed at both fans and critics. But instead of calming the storm, his response has only deepened the mystery, leaving many to wonder how one of the wealthiest athletes in sports history could find himself entangled in such a massive financial scandal.
You know, that's why you always hear my slogan, hard work and dedication. You know, I believe in working hard, and I'm going to dedicate myself to whatever I'm involved in. You got to dedicate yourself.
Floyd Mayweather has also shared his personal philosophy on wealth, emphasizing that being open about money doesn't make him a bad person. In his eyes, wealth is simply a tool, a means to enjoy life and pursue experiences that most people can only imagine. He sees it as a form of freedom, one that drives his bold and often headline-making financial decisions.
Floyd, you seem really comfortable talking about money. A lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your beliefs around money?
Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a bad person. I mean, I like to have the finer things in life. Money don't make me, I make money. I like to feed my family. You know, we can't feed our family just saying I love you. You know, money is able to put us in a position so we can have the finer things in life. So we are able to travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We're able to travel to Dubai and other countries and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you're able to do those certain things. And for those people that don't have any money, because life is all about having different experiences.
Mayweather openly admitted that his business strategy thrives on high-stakes decisions, often pouring money into ventures that most people wouldn't even consider. While he frames this approach as a pursuit of innovation, he also revealed that around 90% of those investments end in failure. It's a bold confession that shines a light on Mayweather's gambler-like mindset, willing to take frequent losses if it means chasing those rare, game-changing wins.
And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me, and it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes. And
then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like, you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing. You know, I've gotten great results because I took my time.
Floyd Mayweather has openly stated that he's earned over $800 million during his career, but insists that his goal was never just to make money. It was to keep growing it. However, former MMA fighter Chael Sonnen offered a different take, suggesting that Mayweather's return to the ring after retirement could be a red flag. Sonnen pointed out that while Floyd once pulled in $60 million in a single night, an amount most people could never spend in a lifetime, that fortune now seems less certain, fueling speculation about his financial stability.
First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is.
So if you had to guess, what do you think's the most Floyd ever made in a fight?
Oh, I think that he's probably made about 60 million before in one night. But no, 100 million, 130 million, they just didn't have. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
Do you think he blew through all of his money?
I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you, he didn't. No boxer's ever made 130 million in one night.
Floyd Mayweather has long emphasized that wealth is the cornerstone of his lifestyle, often voicing his hope that his children will follow his path, putting financial success and legacy at the forefront. He's made it clear that his top priority is building long-term generational wealth to secure his family's future. However, this money-first mentality hasn't come without criticism. Detractors argue that Mayweather places wealth above values, claiming his obsession with riches often overshadows deeper principles and meaningful ideals.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Floyd Mayweather didn't hold back when addressing those who constantly scrutinize his lifestyle, saying people are too focused on what he's doing and what he owns that he pointed out that most critics don't live like he does, don't have what he has, and should simply mind their own business, just like he does. Mayweather gave a bold example. When he goes on a 30-day vacation, he takes 30 watches, and if he stays 10 extra days, he brings 10 more. He even mentioned that he'll wear his $18 million watch if he feels like it, just to prove a point. And spending $50,000 in a single day? For him, that's nothing. A casual reminder that he's Money Mayweather and makes money nonstop.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, fuck it. If I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs 18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do for you motherfucking haters today? I'm gonna go for $50,000 because I ain't got to do. Money made all motherfucking day.
Floyd Mayweather, often regarded as the highest paid boxer in history, built his empire not only on an undefeated record, but also through masterful branding and relentless self-promotion. Since his retirement in 2017, Mayweather has continued to live lavishly, snapping up luxury properties in Los Angeles and splurging on high-end items with ease. But despite his massive earnings, troubling reports have surfaced pointing to serious financial concerns, including a $22.2 million tax debt owed to the IRS. Many believe that this debt played a major role in his decision to step back into the spotlight through high-paying exhibition bouts.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Fresh reports have cast doubt on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s recent claim of a massive $42 million real estate deal in Manhattan. Mayweather took to Instagram, proudly announcing that he had purchased 6 apartment buildings on his own, touting it as his biggest solo investment yet. However, an investigation by Business Insider found no supporting evidence of the transaction. Public ownership records revealed no updates or changes tied to his name, raising serious questions about the accuracy of his financial claims and online persona.
Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
Now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings, and it's a larger, it's part of an investment that he did on his own.
Floyd Mayweather is well known for putting his wealth on full display, from a fleet of exotic sports cars to head-to-toe designer outfits. His lifestyle is loud, bold, and proudly over the top. Across social media, he regularly shares glimpses of his luxury-filled world, drawing a mix of admiration from fans and sharp criticism from skeptics who question whether it's all for show.
I don't know what we should take out tonight. We got so many choices. But it's always got to be black. Always bet on black, as you can see. I don't know if we're going to take a Ferrari. Cameraman, follow me. We got Ferrari, we got Lambo. Of course, we got a lot of people going to work. We got choices. Go blue. You know, the stuff we see at top. And so we got choices. Red, as you guys can see. Come on, follow me. Come on, let's go around. We got the choices. The original McLaren, as you guys can see. We got the Aventador.
Floyd Mayweather never passes up the chance to declare himself the greatest boxer of all time. With an undefeated record to back him, he often insists that no fighter in history measures up to his legacy. This bold confidence has become a signature part of his persona, but it also fuels constant debate, drawing both applause from loyal fans and criticism from those who see his comparisons to past legends as arrogant or exaggerated.
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
Floyd Mayweather once made a bold declaration, claiming that he is greater than Muhammad Ali. That he argued that whenever boxing is discussed, Mayweather's name should come first, not Mike Tyson's, and certainly not Ali's. According to Mayweather, his undefeated record and profound impact on the sport set him apart from the legendary figures who paved the way.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
Mike Tyson wasted no time firing back, calling Mayweather's claim delusional. Tyson argued that if Mayweather were truly on Ali's level, he should be able to do something as simple as taking his kids to school without needing security. Tyson criticized Mayweather as a small, scared man and stated that true greatness isn't about isolating oneself from the public. Instead, it's about being embraced by the people, a quality Tyson believes Ali had and Mayweather lacks.
He's very delusional. If he was anywhere near that realm of great Ali, he'd be able to take his kid to school by himself. There you go. Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Mike Tyson didn't hold back in his criticism of Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of being self-absorbed and implying that he might be facing financial struggles. Tyson took aim at Mayweather's apparent disconnect from reality, calling him overly obsessed with his own image. He argued that this behavior tarnishes Mayweather's reputation and undermines the significance of his accomplishments. Tyson emphasized that success in boxing doesn't justify arrogance or a lack of humility, and that constantly flaunting wealth doesn't define true greatness. His sharp remarks took many by surprise, reigniting old tensions between the two legends and sparking fresh debate among fans and media alike.
Oh, Floyd, though.
Huh?
How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
I didn't see that.
Gervonta Davis has also spoken out against Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of holding back other fighters from surpassing his legacy. Davis argued that Mayweather's ego stifles the rise of new talent and reveals deeper insecurities. He believes that Mayweather's constant desire to stay at the top reflects a fragile confidence, one that wealth alone can't fix. Davis warned that this mindset won't last and could eventually leave Mayweather isolated, both personally and within the boxing world.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the say Terrence Crawford should fight? Finna be there.
Yeah, that's
That don't make no sense.
That's crazy.
He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You was next in line. He saw you next in line.
Is there like
The last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate for Floyd? Like,
Yeah.
the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he
Outfield too.
cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Joe Rogan also weighed in, reflecting on Floyd Mayweather's evolution over the years. That he explained that Mayweather transitioned from an exciting, pure fighter to someone more focused on wealth and fame. Rogan pointed out that this shift included a growing disrespect toward opponents, with Mayweather seeming more interested in building his brand and fortune than preserving the true spirit of the sport.
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit. And he's like, look at my $1 million watch. Look at my jet. Look at my house. Look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes. But when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
Joe Rogan also believes that Floyd Mayweather's intense competitiveness is rooted in his upbringing, particularly the influence of his father and uncle. Both were highly driven and instilled in him the importance of constantly pushing his limits, a mindset that played a key role in shaping Floyd into the dominant boxer he was during his prime. However, Rogan noted that this drive has now shifted from the boxing ring to the business world. Today, Mayweather's focus appears less on achieving greatness through boxing and more on accumulating wealth and showcasing his financial success.
Boxing in terms of like how often do you get hit versus how often do you hit the other guy, he's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking shit. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time and the boxing skill.
What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.